Treading water is a non-mobile swimming motion that is designed to keep your head above the surface of the water. This motion requires very little expended energy, making it very efficient to do continuously over long periods of time if done correctly. Typically, treading water is used as an efficient tool to stay in one area of any body of water that is too deep for you to stand. Treading water can be divided into three major parts: your head and body position, your legs, and your arms. Together, these three parts encompass the entire stroke. Treading water is unique in that it can utilize two different kicks to be performed correctly: the modified breaststroke kick and the egg beater kick. Treading water utilizes a stationary head position in order to remain in place on the surface of the water. For the duration of your treading, your head should remain still and relaxed, just above the surface of the water in a neutral resting position. This will allow you to breathe freely if needed at all times while performing this stroke correctly. Your body's position in the water while treading should also remain stationary, resting just below the surface of the water. While treading water, one of the two efficient types of kicks you can use is called the modified breaststroke kick. This is a symmetrical full leg kick that is derived from your hips. For the modified breaststroke kick, there are two feet positions that are necessary for you to know: the flexed foot and the pointed foot. For the flexed foot, stand on any flat surface and try to raise your toes off the ground as high as you can. This will closely resemble the flexed foot while trying to perform the modified breaststroke kick. For the pointed foot, bring the top of your feet in line with your shins, pointing your toes away from your knees. This should create a flat surface from your knees to your toes. In addition, there are two separate phases for the modified breaststroke kick: the power phase, which creates the majority of the upward thrust of the kick, and the recovery phase, which resets your legs in preparation for the next kick. Inside the power and recovery phases, the modified breaststroke kick can be divided into three separate parts: the up flex, out flex, and around point. Collectively, these three parts combine to make one fluid motion from beginning to end. The first two parts of the modified breaststroke kick, the up flex and out flex, combine to make the recovery phase. At the beginning of the recovery phase, the up flex, your legs should be straight and together with your knees and feet relaxed. Start the recovery phase by raising your knees towards the surface of the water, simultaneously widening your legs so that your knees are roughly shoulders width apart. Bend your legs at the knees, bringing your heels as far up towards your buttocks with flexed feet as comfortably possible. While treading, if you discover that your face is lowering in the pool during the up flex, you are likely raising your knees too high, too quickly. There is a fine line between downward gravity and upward thrust that will allow your head to stay in one position on the surface of the water. The second part of the recovery phase, the out flex, is the most important part of the modified breaststroke kick, determining how much power your legs will be able to kick with. During the out flex, keep your knees at shoulders width, only allowing your lower legs and feet to change position. Start the out flex by rotating your feet outwards away from the center of your body, maintaining flexed feet, while simultaneously driving your feet as far away from each other as comfortably possible. The further you bring your feet away from each other during the out flex, the more power you will be able to kick with for the power phase. Leading into the power phase, it is important during the out flex that your feet remain as flexed as possible. The power phase of the modified breaststroke kick, the around point, requires a strong and precise kick. Your feet for the around point follow a wide set sweeping motion back to the beginning of the recovery phase. Start the power phase by driving your feet towards the bottom of the pool, giving emphasis to the soles of your feet staying flat against the direction of your kick. As your flexed feet reach full outward extension, finish the around point by turning the soles of your feet in towards each other, bringing both feet together to a point with power and symmetry. For the entire around point, it is important to keep your knees no greater than shoulders width apart. This will help to create a stronger, more effective kick. While